Hey guys, I'm Simone and today I want to talk about something that I didn't talk before yet, but I plan on making this a thing that I will do more often from now on. I want to talk about my concert experience with the band, one band per video, and this time I decided to start with Green Day because I've seen them a few days ago, exactly last Wednesday, and this has been my third Green Day show from three different eras, you could say. I've seen them at the 21st Century Breakdown tour, which was like 7 years ago. I was quite young back then. I've seen them at the 99 Revolutions tour, which was for the Uno, Dos, Tres era. And now I've seen them at the Revolution Radio tour in Munich. First of all, how big is the venue? How many people are at the concert? They've been around for over 25 years, if I'm not mistaken. Their first album came out in 1991. So they've been around for some time. They got a huge fan base. The hall I was at fits about 15,000 people, and the show was almost sold out. Like, there were standing places, seating places, and standing places like above the seating places, and like the standing places above the seating places, and a few very like bad seating places were empty, but the rest of the show was actually sold out, so that was quite nice. So it was really full. There were a lot of people there, and I was quite up front, which means there were a lot of people pushing. Like, I've never seen Green Day from this far in the front before, because obviously I was quite young at the shows before, and both times I went with my parents, and since they don't like to be like pushed around that much, I actually was... One time I was at the Golden Circle, but like more at the back of the Golden Circle. I was quite close still, but there were no people like really pushing me. And one time I was at the seating places where obviously you can stand or sit down, whatever you want. Like, nobody's actually caring that much about it, but you're pretty much safe. This time it was insane. I gotta say, I never ever in my life sweated that much at a show before. Like, really, ever. Even before the concert started, before the support act started, people were already pushing that bad. But then, when Green Day actually started playing, I didn't think they would even push more than that. Actually, they were able to push even more, and when the show started, you immediately noticed how you started to sweat up so bad. Like, at the end of the show, my clothes were not moist or something like that. They were wet. They were so sweated through. Everything was wet. Like, I had no dry clothes anymore, nothing like that. Talking about the crowd, sure, they were pushing, but there were a lot of mosh pits. I'm not really a person to really jump into mosh pits and really participate in that, but you do you. On my right side, on my left side, both sides they were pushing. I don't know what was going on the back, probably as well. There were a lot of people and they were really, really having fun, and I didn't really film that much. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed being at a concert that did not have a lot of people actually filming, because I've been to a couple of shows this year already. So many shows. If you're not front row, I mean, I'm front row very often actually. Like, I'm taking my time, standing there for 8 to 10 hours sometimes, just to be like at the very front. Maybe I'm standing that long and I'm not even at the very front, sadly, but like, having people in front of you standing like that, holding their smartphones up all the fucking time. Like, I'm not talking about filming a minute there and filming a minute there, and then in the end like having 5 or maybe 10 minutes of material just because that was your favorite song, or that meant a lot to you, or that was important and you really liked it and so you filmed it. Sure, I'm getting really angry if I see people uploading like full performances, like full concerts on YouTube, because why the fuck did you go there? Please, there's a lot of people paying a lot so they can see their favorite band, and you're just standing probably in front of them, being a hindrance to them because they can see properly, because you're always holding your phone up so you can film this and put it up on YouTube so a few people might actually see this. Sure, it's not like nobody had their phones up at all, but it really was understandable. It was acceptable that people here and there took a pic or a video, but they really did enjoy the performance. Like, I actually enjoyed them being more into the show than being into, oh, I gotta film so much, I gotta take pictures, and I gotta do this and that. That was really enjoyable. I don't know if I really need to talk about this about Green Day, but they are really sounding like they're sounding on the album. I've been to shows where the artists really weren't that talented as they sounded on the CD, which is really sad. But luckily for Green Day, that's not the case. Like, they got a top performance, and they played, I guess, 28 songs, which is so long. Like, damn, they played songs like Jesus of Suburbia, which is over 9 minutes long, and like, that's a hell of a song. Or they got like this medley thing going, where they're covering different stuff, which I'm sure it also takes like 10 minutes or something. They really got long songs, they got a lot of songs, and damn, their show, they really do pick up a show. They got fireworks and like actual real fire. I got some footage, I will just show you. 1, 2, 3, 4! They're getting people up on stage. They had 3 people up on stage. One that was just like jumping in the crowd at the very first song, which was Know Your Enemy. The second one got up on stage to actually sing at Longview. And damn, that guy, he did have skills, but doesn't matter. He was just really skilled and was really nice. The third time they did pick somebody up to play guitar on stage, and that person usually, like in that tour, in the tours before they didn't have that yet, they usually put somebody up on stage to play the guitar, and if they do well, they usually do well, they get Billy Joe's guitar. They always include you in their performance. They're like motivating you to sing along, to jump, to do shit. You really feel like they're talking to you, because not every artist actually does that. I don't feel every band is as connected to their fan base as Green Day. They really do that for you. I really think they care about their fans, which is a really nice thing, and which makes me really want to go there again and again and again. Like, if they're coming back to Germany this year, or like Austria or something, I would probably get there again. Talk about worth it. The price is kinda up there, but not really that expensive. I paid about 65 bucks for one ticket. I was in the standing area. Usually the seating places are actually more expensive, I guess, but well, I've been to Ed Sheeran a few weeks before and I paid around 90 bucks. And if I had to choose between Ed Sheeran and Green Day, I would choose Green Day. But the price you're paying is really worth it in my opinion, because they're playing like a long time. I guess again, they played for about 2.5 hours, which I've never been to another band than Green Day that actually played as long as they do. So it's really worth it. This time they only had one support. Like, that's totally fine for me. But the other 2 times I actually saw them, they had 2 supports, which both were great. Like the last time before, when I went to see them in Vienna for the 99 Revolutions tour, they actually had All Time Low as a support, which, like, that's rad. Like, that's really cool. Like, that was really nice. The support this time, called Rancid, wasn't really my thing, but they really did a good job, and the crowd seemed to like it. At least there were a lot of people that seemed to actually know the band stuff and really enjoyed it, and really like spread the positivity. Positivity is another thing I have to mention talking about Green Day, because they're really about saying that no matter who you are and what you want, we're all in this together, like enjoying their music. So we should all just try to understand each other. They're really speaking out about homophobia and racism, which is an important topic. And I really like how open they stand about their beliefs, and that they're... One more thing I want to talk about is the merch, because I've been to shows with like really expensive merch. I've been to shows with really cheap merch, which surprised me. Probably everybody's got different prices in their head if I'm talking about cheap and expensive. For example, this time I bought one shirt, which I don't have here right now, but it was just like the Revolution Radio logo with the tour dates on the back, and I paid 30 euros for that, which is kind of in the middle, I guess. A lot of huge artists do usually tend to make their merch really expensive too, so I think the 30 euros for that shirt are okay. The rest of the merch wasn't really my style. Like, I didn't see myself actually wearing any of it that much. I wanted to have one shirt, that's why I got the one with the logo on it, but it was not like I loved all of the merch they had there. The last thing I actually want to do in this concert talk series is actually give a rating for the concert itself. And for Green Day, it's kind of easy to give a rating because I would actually give it a 10 out of 10. Even if it's sweaty and people are pushy, like that does not really have a lot to do with the band and the performance itself. I'm actually very happy with it. Like, they're great live. I would recommend to everyone listening to Green Day, see one of their shows. You're not gonna regret it. I would always go to another show if I have the possibility. I would really rate it a 10 out of 10 because I'm always enjoying their shows. Like, they're totally worth it for me. Did you already go to any Green Day shows? Did you like it? What would you rate it? What did you like about it? What did you not like? Tell me your experience in the comments. That would make me really happy. Thank you very much for watching. Bye!